Okay, so for me, cartoon-based video game, it's going to be Bugs Bunny Lost in Time from 1999. It was developed by Infogrames and published by Warner's themselves. So you play as Bugs Bunny was just having a lazy day eating carrots. Then suddenly he discovered a time machine which he accidentally activated, and thus he became lost in time. So he was displaced somewhere, actually nowhere. So you can see
Not
in
in
the
Albuquerque.
opening screen. And yeah, he
Must
was.
must have a wrong turn in Albuquerque there.
So he got into this basement. He activated this time machine. Then he got displaced, and he went to a place called Nowhere, where he met
Courage.
Merlin of
Merlin.
Monroe, or
Merlin Monroe? Oh God.
Merlin Merlin Monroe of Monroe, which he
Ah,
calls Moylan because of the like the speech
it's the speech
something that
impediment.
he has.
He called him Marlin.
Moylan.
Right, Marlin.
So Merlin
Oilen.
tries to explain to him that he has been stuck in time and he must go into different timeline to collect clocks that will help him find his way back home. And then this is Nowhere is like place where you could do the tutorial, like learn how to jump or other skills that Bugs Bunny already has, like climbing. And then you can stalk enemies from behind while they're sleeping, or if they're stuck, you can hit them by kicking. So there's an apprentice like this one. He can roll. He can do several tricks to defeat the enemy, like rolling into them. But it depends on their status. Like if they're in this like midget status, when you try to bounce over their heads, they will become like midgets, and that's the time that you can only kick them. But you can also try to hit them behind by stalking behind them. And then you could also lift boxes like this one, throw them. There are also interactive items like torches, bones, balls, or like a pearl where you could throw at certain things to open a secret passage or a bridge or something like that. Then you have Elmer Fudd. This is the Stone Age. This is one of the earliest levels in the game. So you need to collect clocks to what do you call this? So you could visit other timeline. There are 5 different timelines in this game. So the first one is in Stone Age, and then the second one is the Pirate Age, where you could meet Yosemite Sam, and then the next one is 1930s, where you could meet those thieves, Bugsy
Bugsy and
and
Mugsy.
Mugsy. Yeah,
Hmm.
if you look at the game, it really pays tribute to the classic Bugs Bunny episodes that you could see in during our childhood, and even the music are still there. There's even a time if where Bugs Bunny can go inside a rabbit hole by jumping, then pressing R1, so he could dive into the rabbit hole. But if you do that without the hole, you will slam head first on the ground, and there's like a crashing cymbals. So you know how we grew up listening to classical music by just watching Looney Tunes without even realizing it back then. And then this is the medieval age, where you could see Witch Hazel, one of the protagonists in the cartoons. And then the last.
Hang on. Which Hazel? The one with the paper clips? Oh, the hair
Yeah,
clips.
hair clips,
Which
yes.
which you run?
Yeah. And then
Right.
the last one
Paper clips.
is
Hair
the
clips.
Space Age with, of course, Marvin the Martian, where you could also find enemies that like this pill, like they grow up on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remembered those enemies. So this I haven't really managed to get into the space ages yet. And I think the farthest that I ever gone through is the medieval age, because it gets really hard. The boss fights gets really hard, and this is one of those boss fights. You fight Yosemite Sam with a cannon and like a barrel of dynamite that you just blow the like the sails, so it it will go to the boat, and
Hang
then
on. Did they do the bit where Sam will fire a cannon and then Bugs will catch the cannonball with his cannon, and then he'll and
yeah
then he'll send that cannonball back to Sam?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's like a game
I
of
think I remember something like that.
yeah. It actually it was shown in the video earlier,
Oh,
where you
right.
are in the, because there are several times that you will have a boss fight with the enemies. Like Yosemite Sam, the first boss battle is he will fire a cannon at you, and then you have to jump around. Then you will have to wait until he throws a barrel of dynamite, which you could throw to him. And then the other one is you're both in boats. Then you will try to blow each other's boats using a cannon and this barrel of dynamite that you need to blow towards the other's boat. And they also did a bit with the rabbit and duck season. There's a cameo of Daffy Duck here that you need to change
Oh,
this. um
they're doing
Elmer
the
Fudd is,
the rabbit season, duck season bit.
yes, and
Oh,
what you need to do is to change the hunting signs. You need to change it to a duck season.
Duck
So
season, rabbit
yeah,
season, duck
like
season, rabbit
there's
season.
I think 3 minutes that you need to do that. You just
three
need to click
minutes.
the
Okay.
signs. So who gets the most whoever gets the most signs, and that will be he is going to be the one that Elmer Fudd
Gonna
is
get
going
hunted.
to, yeah,
Right.
is going to hunt, because yeah, they just did that. And as much for variety, it doesn't it has this puzzles, but as far as MIDI games go, it doesn't have that. So I'm really amazed with what they did on the Rugrats and Dexter's Laboratory games, where they included mini games that you could play when you get bored of the playing the main games. This one, it doesn't have that. It just followed suit what the Crash Bandicoot series did, and
Ah,
Spyro the Dragon. So you just collect those items to get to the next levels, and so on and so forth. So I think that's the bad thing about this game. So once you finish it, that's it. And then the level designs may get very stale, because it's just the same level. The only difference is that they have different enemies, different items to get. And the only thing that amazed me here is actually the boss fights, because you fight the bosses not just once or twice, but even thrice. So that's it for this game. It's really like a tribute to the classic Looney Tunes cartoons. They have the music. They even have the when it's a loading screen, it's like the title that they use when you watch the Looney Tunes cartoons. So it's just the image. Then sometimes there are tributes to the actual Looney Tunes episodes in the game.
all right. Thank you, Professor JDM. So what you're saying is that the mini games themselves are incorporated to the main storyline. So
Yeah,
it's not like Rugrats or uh, Dexter's Lab, where you can just
yeah,
play the mini games whenever.
yeah, yeah. That's it.
Right.
And by the way, just a little fun fact. This game reemerged in 2017 where they discovered, like in Germany, they have this demo disc of the PlayStation that had like levels that were deleted in the original game because
Oh.
it was still in its like development stage. Then they released the demo for this game, which did not make it to the final release. And so I think this that also helped other gamers that didn't play the original game. Like it's a hidden gem. Suddenly it became popular when it's so how long was it? This game was released in 1999, then it's 2017. So it's almost 2 decades when they discovered that there are hidden like beta levels that were not incorporated in the original game. So it's a new experience for the both the gamers who have played it in 1999 and the new ones.
Mm.